Everyone is always talking about spring cleaning. They never specify, is it early clean, early spring, middle spring, end of spring? Right now we're doing that mid-spring clean. It's the middle of May and the tulips have had their fun in the sun and they're looking a little bit ratty. Can you tell? This is when that mid-spring clean is in the air. So when it comes to these bulbs like the tulips and the daffodils, what you want to do when they're done blooming is this. You take your scissors and you go and you chop down all of the stems that used to hold those glorious flowers that we all love and cherish. Okay, so what we do is we leave that foliage on our plants for about 8 weeks. And during those 8 weeks is when the process of photosynthesis actually occurs. What happens is the sun's energies get absorbed into the plant's foliage. And in that process, it basically translates that light energy into a sugar energy, a chemical energy that the plant can use. And then that energy travels down through the foliage and into the bulbs underneath the ground, and it is stored in that system. And you have to let your foliage remain on the plants for about 8 weeks before you cut it down. And after those 8 weeks, you can go ahead and cut that off. That's the next episode, the mid-summer cleaning. But for now, what we'll do is we will clean up all of these old stems, all of these old flowers, and what you'll be left with is something that looks much tidier, much prettier in the garden. Give me 1 minute to clean these all up and you'll see the difference between what it looks like now and what it looks like when it is tidy and clean and shiny. And look, voila, how much cleaner. It's like we went from having teeth full of chocolate cake to freshly cleaned, brushed teeth in the morning. Now, not only does it look a lot prettier, but your plants are going to be a lot healthier and they're going to be able to use their energy much more efficiently because these stems, I have one here in my hand, what actually is happening is it's creating seeds. So if I were to leave it on here like this, eventually the seeds, most of the energy is getting transported into these seeds, and the seeds would eventually be released, but they take around 10 years to bloom. So it's not really what we want right now. What we want is to produce healthier, stronger bulbs underneath. And what happens is that these tulips are going to have a much better capacity to becoming, better blooming perennials. One issue that people have with tulips from time to time is that every year they kind of decrease the number of flowers that they produce in the garden. Well, by doing this, by keeping your plants healthy, you can help to ensure that you're going to have, maybe not as many blooms the following year, but pretty darn close. And your plants will be looking a lot better in your garden in the meanwhile. Anyway, I'm Devin Wallin with Roberta's Gardens. And if you enjoyed this video, go to qvc.com and check out Grow with Roberta's, and you'll find a whole selection of some of my favorite plants at this very moment. Catch you later.